guys, it's Kelizmccoy. Welcome back to Southern Sagittarius. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the books that I'm going to be reading in September. I'm not going to be sharing my full September TBR because yours truly is hosting a fall readathon. I'm so excited. This is my first time hosting a readathon. In the past, I have kind of threw my hat in the ring to co-host other readathons, but I was never selected. So I thought to myself, why don't you start your own readathon? So that is what I'm doing. That announcement video with all of the details and everything will be coming out probably not next week, but the week after next. So it will have all the details and everything. This is going to be a pretty long readathon. It's actually broken up into 2 parts and all of that. But I have put out the call for some co-hosts, so I will share the link to that application where you can go and fill it out if you want to be one of my co-hosts and help me host a readathon. I'll put that down below in the description box, so be sure to check that out. Also, I am going to host a giveaway for one of the books on my TBR, so that will also be down below in the description box, so check out the description box, you guys. Lastly, if you missed my weekend in the life of a booktuber vlog, go ahead and check that out. I'll try to link it above in the cards, but if not, you guys can just click over to my channel's main page and check that video out. I don't know, I don't want to say nervous, but I guess anxious is a better term about doing like these a day in the life or reading vlogs, weekend in the life, week in the life type vlogs, just because, you know, vlogging is so hard, you guys, like as far as like being on the go, just sitting down, doing these sit down videos, that's what I'm more used to. So just vlogging and remembering to film as I'm out and about just doing my daily life stuff is totally hard, and I take my hats off to these people who do like daily vlogging and weekly vlogging and all that stuff, because I have no clue how they do it. But that is neither here nor there for this video. Just go check out my weekend in life of booktube video if you haven't. But back to the purpose of this video, which is to share with you guys the books that I am reading for the month of September. Remember, this is just a partial TBR because I want to share the books I'm going to be reading for my readathon later on this month. So let's get into it. The first book I am reading this month is Influencer: Building Your Personal Brand in the Age of Social Media. This book is written by Brittany Hennessy. She's kind of in charge of influencer and talent partnership at Hearst Magazines. And I've already started this book, and oh my gosh, you guys, she shares some really good insight into what brands are looking for if you're into monetizing your platform. I have been blogging for almost 10 years. I have a mommy slash parenting lifestyle blog that I started after I had my first kid, and some of the things that she shares in here, I feel like even though I'm kind of like a blogging veteran, I didn't even know. So I'm really appreciative of her giving us this insider insight to let us know, you know, what brands are looking for, what we can do to better position ourselves to landing these partnerships. So I'm definitely going to be taking a lot of the things that I am learning about this book and applying them to both my mommy blog and as well as all of my stuff over for Southern Sagittarius. So this is definitely a good read if you want to monetize your platforms and all of that good stuff. The next book I picked up this month is Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. I have already read this book, so this is a reread for me. I'm not going to spoil this by telling too much. I will just say that this book is Civil War meets zombies, and it is so good, you guys. The main character, Jane, I feel like she's so me in a sense. A little bit, I can see a little bit of myself in her, and I guess that's what really is drawing me to this book and is making me just like love it so hard. But it's a good read. Then, because the movie just got released on Netflix, I am finishing up Jenny Han's To All the Boys I've Loved Before series. I've already finished the first book. I finished that last month. Now I am, second book, P.S. I Still Love You, and then I have the third book, Always and Forever, Lara Jean. I'm guessing the second book is probably going to follow Lara Jean, and well, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read the first book, and her boo from the first book in the second book, and I have no clue what's going to happen in the third book because I didn't read the jacket or anything because I didn't want to spoil what's going to happen in the second book for myself. The next set of books I picked up to read this month just because I'm trying to just work on getting my life in order, and that includes my finances and all of that stuff. So I picked up Dave Ramsey's Complete Guide to Money. I also got the Total Money Makeover, a proven plan for financial fitness. And then I got the Total Money Makeover Workbook. I've heard nothing but great things about people who have read Dave Ramsey's books and have tried some of his methods. I've even heard great things from some of my close friends who have tried some of his methods from his books, and I'm excited just to kind of see what all of the fuss is about and try applying some of his methods and tips to my life and see how, you know, they work, if they work for me or not. And then I'll probably come back and share with you guys and let you guys know. So the next book I'm going to be reading this month is Tyler Johnson Was Here by J. Coles. This book is kind of similar a little bit to Angie Thomas's The Hate U Give. It's about a twin named Marvin Johnson. His brother Tyler Johnson is his twin. They go to this party and a shooting happens, you know, everybody's running and all of that stuff, and in the pandemonium he loses his brother, and his brother ends up missing, and then they find his brother dead. A video is leaked and they find out in the video that his brother was actually shot by a police officer. So this is just kind of the story of the aftermath about, you know, what happens after that. So I am really anxious to get into this. It's not a long book. It's what, less than 300 pages, so I can't wait to get into this. I've heard some mixed reviews about this book, but you know, I just want to read it for myself and form my own opinion about it, because I do think, you know, that it could be good. So I can't wait to get into that. And also, I'm going to be reading The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. This is by John Boyney. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I have no clue specifically what this book is about, but I'm guessing it's going to be about World War II and the concentration camps. So I can't wait to get into this. I have fallen in love with historical fiction stories set in the World War II era after reading Salt to the Sea and Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. Just the way she wrote those books, it was so beautifully written, and you know, you just get so immersed into the story, and like those books just made me cry like all the tears. Like I went through boxes of Kleenexes reading those two books. And ever since then, I've just been trying to find more World War II stories that are as beautifully written. I think I don't know enough about, you know, World War I and World War II. So I'm really trying to get to kind of know more details from it by reading some fictional stories first, and then I'll kind of delve into more of a non-fiction take on it. So I'm anxious to read this. This is a middle grade novel. It is really short. It only has about 215 pages, and then at the end there are some questions for discussion. So I can't wait to read this and see how I like it. Another book I'm hoping to get to this month is The Book Jumper. I am not even going to attempt the author's name because I'm going to butcher it. So I'm going to put it along the screen here. But this is a book about a girl named Amy Lennox. She and her mother escape from Germany to Scotland. They go back to her mom's home, the Lennox house, to live with her grandmother. And while she's there, Amy's grandmother says that she has to learn how to read. So Amy starts taking up learning how to read and discovers that she is a book jumper. Like, oh my gosh, if I could be anything in the world, it would probably be a book jumper. So a book jumper is a person who can jump into stories, and she can interact with the characters and all of the action that is going on. So I cannot wait to get to this. There is a sequel to this called The Forgotten Book. I cannot wait, you guys, to get into this book and read it and just see all of the adventures that Amy is going to go on, and just see if maybe the book jumping is going to help her with her reading. I am anxious to see why her and her mom had to flee Germany and move back home to Scotland. Just so many questions, and the cover is just absolutely beautiful. So this is a YA. Next two books I picked up were The Great Hunt and The Great Pursuit. These books are written by Wendy Higgins. I have absolutely no clue what these books are about. I saw this little teaser on the front cover of the first book. It says Kill the Beast, Win the Girl, and I was like, yes, this is giving me Merida vibes. And if you don't know who Merida is, I would highly suggest you Google the movie Brave from Disney. Check it out, rent it, watch it, love it. I just love Merida's story so much. You know, her mom was trying to marry her off and let these guys come and fight for her hand and pick her husband that way. And Merida's like, hold up, not gonna happen, okay? I am not some prize to be won. She was channeling her inner Jasmine for a minute there, and she kind of stepped up to the plate and fought and won her own hand. So this is kind of giving me just total Merida vibes. It also, you know, helps that the girl on the cover, she has red hair just like Merida. So I am excited to get into this. I want to just go into these books just knowing what is on the cover here and go from there, and hopefully I will love them. I mean, the covers, oh my gosh, they look stunning, you guys. I mean, just check that out. They just look absolutely beautiful, and these are pretty big books. This one is almost 500 pages. And the first one is just over 400 pages. So I cannot wait to get into these. Like, I'm so ready. Fall is coming up. These are like just perfect fall reads. The cover just gives that fall touch. And then this one is kind of like, you know, fall meets winter. You get that little snow. So I cannot wait to get into these. I'm so excited. So the last book I'm going to be reading this month is The Princess Trap by Talia Hibbert. She has been making waves, you guys. Like, everybody and their mama on my Twitter feed has been talking about her and raving about her books. I read her book Wanna Bet, loved it, so I am excited to be reading The Princess Trap, and just can't wait to see if it's going to be just as good. This is the book that I'm going to be giving away, so if you want to check out Talia's book and see what all the hype is about for yourself, this is your chance. The link to the giveaway will be down below in the description box, so check that out. And that's it, you guys. Those are all of the books that I am going to be sharing with you guys from my September TBR until I post my readathon TBR video. And just let me know what you guys are reading for the month of September. Are you reading any of the books that I'm reading? Do any of the books that I showed you look interesting and now you want to pick those up and try them out for yourself? Let's chat down below in the comments. Again, thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon in the next one. Bye.